listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's WWE Main Event After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE Main Event After Show.
Oh, yeah. It's been a great week for Heath Slater. Great week, and it kept rolling tonight. Welcome to Main Event. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV, the Main Event After Show. I am Tom the Com Connolly. I'm sitting alone on this side of the table tonight, but across from me, who is also sitting alone, but we're sitting together, kind of. Scott Narver, how you doing, Scott?
We're a two-man band.
We are.
You got a little tongue-tied right there. You got a little Heath Slater.
I know.
You got speechless.
I was excited. I was excited.
Yeah. And then it worked out in the end.
It did. It did. The what did you call them last week? The main event divas.
What did I call them?
I think you call them like they're the divas. Are Marquia and Gabby?
Yeah. I thought you were referring to Slater Gator.
No.
Because we were talking Slater.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes, the main event divas.
They are not here this week. They couldn't be here, but they'll be back next week.
Mm-hmm.
So, all
They're
good.
trying to get a match with Stephanie.
Yeah, they are, yeah.
Mm-hmm. They saw how easy it was.
They just wanted to stand outside of stand outside of the barrier, yell at her, and smack her in the face.
They're just calling her a B, just constantly. Just, you B. Gabby says it.
Just buzzing around her head.
Mm-hmm.
But this tonight's main event was in Laredo, Texas. Starts out with Del Rio coming to the ring. He says that because they're so close to the Mexican border, that he's gonna only speak in Spanish. So let me do my best translation right now. Go to the YouTube page and watch Scott's reaction to that.
No, Tom, you don't have to translate. You just normally recap what people say. You might as well just say what he said.
Okay, I don't know what I took French. I didn't take Spanish.
Well, go ahead and say it in French.
Oh, okay, yes. He said that I'll translate it into English. I feel like what he said, he was just saying that he is a proud Mexican and proud to represent the people. And he thanked them for all their support. Then Swagger and Zeb come out.
I don't think that's what he said.
No, you don't think?
I think he said, "I'm not rich anymore. I don't have any cars. I don't have a manager or a valet.
Mm-hmm.
I really need some money. I could really use a handout if anybody."
That's why I was
could
saying
really help
thank
me
you for the support, please.
Just like, please, I need something. Twitter followers is not doing it for me.
No.
I really could use a handout.
Hey, he's still on every show, so he's still got to be doing good.
I don't think so. I think he's doing terribly.
But yeah, Swagger and Zeb come out. Swagger has a new shirt, a nice red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
We the People shirt.
Somebody figured that out backstage. Like, why is it black and white? Just make it red, white, and blue.
But I didn't like the. I wish it would have said "We the People" though. Like I like the the hand on there.
It could be a hand flag.
Could be.
Yeah, it could be the U.S. flag, but in hand form, and then you go on over it. They're just going to keep refining that shirt.
I wonder if it's a big seller. You think it is?
I think it does all right now. I think that other one looked just weird.
Yeah, if they were still more like heels, it would have worked fine, the black and white one.
If Cesaro was still there,
yeah, it would have worked.
They'd sell really well.
They would. They definitely would. Cesaro. We'll talk about him later. Maybe, I don't know. But, Zeb just says, I didn't understand a word you were saying. We speak English, not Spanish. And he said, I might as well be in Mexico or Russia. And then he just said, and then Del Rio was like, oh, well, we're not in Russia. We're between Mexico and the United States. But you're in the United States. Okay, but whatever. And he said he wanted to fight his little burrito. Swagger. I thought it was a good line by Del Rio. And Swagger said, Zeb said Swagger's going to stomp Del Rio later. We the People. And that's how it ended. They came out with their flag. WWE had his flag. Everyone's just gonna come out with flags now.
Yeah.
I feel like they should, right?
They might as well.
You know, the Authority should get their own flag.
Oh, that'd be cool. An Authority flag?
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, just the symbol of that they can just wave around everywhere.
I like
They
that.
could have Authority pins for their fancy clothes.
You get inducted in.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, a whole ceremony. Triple H, you're welcome again for these ideas.
That's a good one. That is a good one.
Because we saw on Raw they had that, you know, that group
Yeah.
with Orton and Kane.
Yeah,
and,
they all dressed alike. Triple H didn't get the memo to wear all black. He had the black suit but the pink tie.
Yeah.
But whatever. I guess
Pinkle H.
Yes,
Like
he's
if
in
there's
charge.
Blue
He can
Tista.
do whatever he wants. Yeah. And then we see the Slater Gator is in the back, or they're in the ring. He's like, "Did you see what happened on Raw? I beat Seth Rollins." They showed the recap of it, and then he said, "You know, he's from about Titus. He's from Florida. He's a Gator, and we are Slater Gator." I'm liking him. I think I don't know. It's working. It's working for me. I know it's working for you.
Oh yeah. It's goofy fun.
Yeah.
And it's different. It's different than everything else they got going on right now. It's not the greatest thing ever. It's not the it's not The Rock coming out and just tearing somebody down. No, it's just goofy silliness. Like I'm all for it. I'm all for two guys that don't have anything going on, throwing them together and doing something.
Make tag teams out of these people because you only have a certain amount of tag teams. So, what else are you gonna do with them?
Yeah.
Might as well. But yeah, I'm excited. With him beating Rollins on Raw, I thought that was good. I didn't really
that
see
was
it
great.
coming. I wasn't sure if it was gonna happen that way or
Well, they
how it
played
was
it
gonna
out
go down.
so great.
Yeah.
He got the quick roll up, he didn't get him, and then he hit a move here and there, he didn't get him, and then kept getting distracted by Ambrose on the outside, and then finally got him.
Yeah. It was good. It was a good victory. It was a great week for Heath Slater. And then we get to the first match of the night: Slater Gator versus I wrote the Dust Brothers because I don't know what they're calling themselves now.
I call him Dusty Nut Dust.
That works. But this match was a short match for the night. Stardust comes in, takes control of Heath Slater. Titus ends up tagging himself in. And then Titus catches Stardust, hits a backbreaker, just tosses him around like he weighs like 2 pounds. Ridiculous. Ridiculous strength by that guy. Like, I wish I could just like pick someone up and just throw them like I was throwing like a pillow on the ground or something like that.
What would you do with that power, Tom?
I don't know. It'd be pretty crazy. I don't know. I would just go around throwing people, I guess. Hey, I would throw them so they could land on their feet like Stardust did later. Okay?
Right.
Not just, falling on their back.
So you'd be throwing cats
No.
because they land on their feet.
They do, yeah. I guess it would be like if I was throwing my cat. I throw on the couch like that. I guess so. I guess that's what Heath Slater or Titus O'Neil feels like then.
New segment coming up on the show where Tom brings his cats and throws them to see if they land on their feet.
They do every time. Spoiler alert. They do every time. But Stardust Titus ends up catching him again, tries to throw him again, but Stardust lands on his feet. He gets the hot tag to Goldust. He comes in, hits power slam. And then Stardust ends up taking out, jumps off Goldust's back, takes out Titus O'Neil, knocks him on the ground. Stardust is then distracting the ref. I think because the ref was trying to tell him to get out of the ring because he was in the ring. The ref's distracted. Titus ends up hitting a big boot to the face of Goldust. Slater ends up rolling him up. Another roll-up win. And this is the second victory for them? Or first?
It's the second because they won last week as well.
Yeah, they beat Ryback, so?
Yes.
Yeah. So, second victory for Slater Gator. And then they were both celebrating at the end. Well, Slater more than Titus, but Titus was excited at first, and then Slater just kept jumping on him. And he was like, get off of me. Like, I get it, we won, but don't touch me. Get off of me. What'd you think of this match?
It was great. I really thought they were going to lose. I really thought Slater Gator was going to lose because, we're dealing with the Dusty Nut Dust here, who, they've got their team established and they're building up victories to potentially go in the tag team title contention. That didn't happen. So a nice surprise to kick things off, and it didn't make them look bad or anything like that. just a shocking win.
Yeah.
Where I think it plays off really well, where they didn't give them any credibility. They didn't take those guys seriously, but they should, because they're Slater Gator.
Exactly.
So
And we're here.
Yeah, well, we're here. So I gave that match 83 Slater's gonna slate.
Gotcha. Yeah, I gave it a 2.5 to kick it off. It was a short match, but
2.5.
it did what it accomplished. I think it accomplished what it needed to do. At least, for them to get the win over the, Cody and or Start. Sorry. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I said that. Stardust and Goldust. Especially when they had their first match on Raw and they won, and then they have this match on Main Event and they lose. It's kind of, up in the air for the Dust Brothers.
So what if they had won? What would you have given it then?
I probably would have gave it the same.
Really?
Yeah.
No shock value points.
No.
All right. I don't understand your scoring system. It's very strange.
I just think I really thought Slater Gator was gonna lose. I was like, why are they in this match now?
Yeah.
I was like, they're already killing this and didn't even start yet.
But that's not what happened. They
It's
pulled
not.
out a victory.
It's not.
And still, same rating.
I don't think Heath Slater's gonna have a good Monday Night Raw next week though.
Why?
Not after beating Seth Rollins.
He's gonna roll in the SummerSlam.
But I think what they're gonna do is this is smart is you have him go against Rollins on Raw, have Rollins win, and then after the match have him start beating the crap out of Slater, and then who comes out to save him but Titus O'Neil? At least keep it going of like, oh, that's good. He's coming out to save his partner now. At least wrap it all up somehow.
Sure, yeah. I think I'm all for that.
Right?
Yeah, I like this.
Then they can have another match next week. Go for the tag belts. Win them.
They could be fighting for him at SummerSlam.
They could be, because there's still no tag team match.
Mm-hmm.
So then we get the Raw recap of the Stephanie Bree contract signing from Raw. We see Stephanie Pedigree, both Bellas. Triple H gets involved. Pins Bree into the corner with the table.
That was awesome.
It was. You're just like, wow, you're such a jerk.
Yeah, and it wasn't. It wasn't a guy hitting a woman. It's that fine line of he's really being a bully, but doing just such a dirty move of just pinning her up against the side and making her watch.
Yep. And him like laughing in her face just made it all better.
Yeah, it was really well done.
Yeah. And then so Stephanie hit the pedigree on Nikki. Then when Bree tried to get slap Triple H in the face, got out. Perfect pedigrees by Stephanie.
Yeah, really.
I don't know if she's been practicing.
Yeah, to the
or what.
kids. Get out of line. Pedigree your children.
But Stephanie's been on fire the last couple weeks. Last week with when she accepted the match with Bree and slapping her off the apron, that caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting that at all. I was expecting her to just accept the match and be in it. But when she switched from like crying to just like, now you're gonna be my bitch, I was like, oh, wow. I was like, you are McMahon.
And it's main evented Raw 2 times now.
Yeah. When's the last time Trish and Lita?
Yeah, I guess.
Right?
Or the Trish, Stephanie, Triple H, like sort of love triangle stuff. Like it's been a long time.
Yes, definitely.
It's not featured like this, and I'm really hyped for this match. I'm very shocked. I thought it'd be all right. This is gonna be okay.
Yeah,
but no, I'm actually hyped for this.
But I guess it also does help when a McMahon is involved. When Stephanie is involved, it's gonna be more of a main event angle than the next 2 ladies that come up on main event. We see Summer Rae come out, which I don't understand with Summer. Is she a bad guy? Is she a good guy? I don't understand it anymore because she first came in, she was bad.
Yes.
Then she, apparently, went face. And then she was, she's going against Fandango, her and Layla with calling themselves the Slayers. And now you have her go against AJ, which I get you could kind of say, well, it's a shot against the champion.
Sure.
But she was also not acting very face-like in this match at all. when you break it down.
With all the weird, awkward bird calls that she makes when
Yes.
she wrestles.
But yeah. So AJ comes out though.
Everybody's heard it. She
Yeah,
makes weird bird calls when she wrestles.
But AJ hits some neck breakers on Summer Rae. AJ then hits a drop kick, and she starts like holding her neck because she had whiplash from the week before, getting thrown off the stage from when Paige pushed her. And as AJ's holding her neck, the ref's kind of checking on her, and then he just kind of walks away and doesn't say like, "Okay, we keep fighting." Summer Rae just attacks her and starts attacking her neck. But then AJ ends up, getting the momentum back, gets her in the Black Widow, and Summer taps. So, not really a, formidable foe for the champion, which she shouldn't be. AJ is awesome, so it kind of works. And then we see Tom Phillips gets in the ring for a post-match interview. AJ says,
Well, Tom tries to say
well,
something.
and then he can't at first. His mic is just cut off.
Yeah. But we get the gist. It's like,
Yes.
hey, how you feeling about stuff?
Yeah.
Well?
And AJ basically said, her life was like a fairy tale. She was a woman who became queen by winning the belt. Then an evil witch came in, took her dreams away. But then she came back and took what was hers and ruined Paige's fairy tale. And at SummerSlam, she'll do it all again. Then Paige comes out and says that she can be AJ's white knight. She respects her and loves her. But she'll take her belt back at SummerSlam. But we could still be friends. And that this is a good story. And then this is AJ's line I thought was like the best line, where she was just like, you say this is your house. She said say crumpet. I think she called her crumpet. No crumpet. This is my kingdom. I was like, sweet. I was like, good line. I hope she came up with that herself, because I know she's smart enough to do that.
Yeah.
So
She's so talented.
she is. I'm looking forward to that match. I think it'll be, hopefully they give him some time. The one at Battleground was good, but I think this one can top it. It's got more of a story going into it, at least. It's still kind of weird of like Paige wanting to be her friend still, and not just being like, no, I don't like you, which is,
Yeah, it's like they're putting this story into what the Tamina AJ story was, where that would have been I want to be your friend, but I want your title, and well, we've been together all this time. We've not seen them hanging out at all.
Yeah.
And we're just getting this manufactured story behind it, which, all right, fine, but
yeah,
it's not what it could be. But I agree with you that the expectation is gone since AJ had just won the title. When they have that match right afterwards, you go, well, she's not going to lose it again right away. But now you get the feeling of, okay, now she could lose it. It's the second match.
Yeah, I really don't know. I mean, I would think I would pick AJ to win that, but it could go either way. You never know. You never know what they're thinking. But what would you give? What do you think of this match, the Summer Rae match?
I enjoyed it all right. Summer Rae is an odd duck, pun intended, to say at the very least. And I always like seeing AJ. And it was cool to see AJ selling the neck, that it was still continuing to hurt her, and she told that story through it. So I give it a 87 skips to the chiropractor.
Gotcha. I gave this one a 2.5 too. I thought it was a decent match.
This is on par with a Slater Gator win.
I added more into the post-match stuff.
Okay.
That added into it, made it better.
Okay.
So that's what I liked about it.
Go on.
I would say the match was a 2.0. The after stuff bumped it up to a 2.5.
Okay.
So.
All right.
But yeah, the match, it was kind of just there. I mean, it was competitive somewhat, but I like seeing Summer Rae fight more, be in the ring more than have to, be a distraction on the outside. It's just kind of getting boring. And like, did you see the one on Raw with Fandango and Hornswoggle?
I watched the Hulu version. Wait, Hornswoggle was on?
Hornswoggle was his dancer.
Did he have hair?
No, he shaved his head.
Oh man. Yeah, on the Hulu version, I can't see the really weird stuff like that. Bums me out.
Yeah, it was it was which one of the Los Matadores, Diego, whoever one's not hurt. Diego came out.
Carlito.
Yes.
Hunico.
With Summer Rae, Layla, Torito, and then Fandango came out, and his dancer for the night was Hornswoggle.
Oh man, I gotta see this. Somebody please tweet this to me.
It was awkward.
Tweet this match to me. I need to see this.
And then Hornswoggle ended up costing him the match because he ended up running into him. And then at the end, Fandango beat the crap out of Hornswoggle, which made it better.
See, this is, I mean, I appreciate the Hulu version. They cut stuff down, but I gotta see the weird stuff. Don't cut out the weird stuff. Cut out like 5 minutes of Triple H just saying something. It's, I mean, we get it.
Yeah.
Talks for 20 minutes.
It was like 2 minutes long total, the whole thing. I mean, it was less than 5 minutes, the whole thing.
Right.
Like the match was less than 2 minutes. So it was. He ran into Hornswoggle, and then I think Diego rolled him up for the win, and then he got pissed, and then they ended up beating up Fandango. Well, Torito beat up Fandango. I was like, ugh, it's not good. Remember happened to the last guys that were getting beat up by Torito. I was like, come on, Fandango, get your crap together.
Just imagine an editor 1 week when he's given his 2 weeks at WWE. He's like, I'm out of here. You know what? I'm going to change the recap for the Raw recap on Main Event. Not John Cena, something or other. Not the title, not Daniel Bryan. It's like what happened with Hornswoggle and Fandango. It's like the big Raw recap.
That would be awesome to see. You'd be like, what? And I'm sure I don't know if they would. I mean, I'm guessing they would just cut it off in the truck, but I feel like at least some of it would get to air.
Yeah, I'd hope somebody goes, I don't know how to stop it. I don't know. I can't.
Sorry, I can. I just don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, like I said, I gave it 2.5 overall. Then we get the. Is he here?
Oh. I hope he's dancing with a little person.
I thought he was gonna bring back his original dancer. That would have been.
Oh yeah, that lady.
I'll get that video soon.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
What happened to that lady?
She, I don't know, went away.
Who was she? Was she?
I think she was like a
wrestler?
professional dancer.
Oh, not
Yeah.
a wrestler, huh?
No,
She's no Marine.
no, no, she's not. And then we get the recap from the Lesnar Cena promo they shot, where he's gonna leave him in the ring. I was like, wow, what is he talking about? Lesnar.
It's what he's gonna leave him in the ring.
I guess.
3 things.
What is he?
Well, I've seen a mock poster where it's a new SummerSlam poster where it's hustle, loyalty, respect versus vomit, urine, and blood.
I gotta find that picture.
It's pretty great.
If anybody out there has it, tweet it to me because I really do want to see that.
Yeah. When Lesnar just speaks honestly of what he's going to do, who he is, he's great.
Yeah.
Because there's no way you don't believe him.
Yeah.
It's so good. That video package is amazing.
It is. I mean, they showed it twice on Raw, so they got to get their money's worth out of it. And they've showed it here, which I was like, it's like 10 minutes, almost 10 minutes long, I think.
Is it really?
It's really. I fast forwarded through it because I was like, I already saw this.
Sure.
But yeah, it's.
They could show that through half of SummerSlam live.
Yeah.
And then just have the match, and I'd be okay with it.
It works for me. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to that match. I think it's gonna be a good match. I think they're both gonna, when Cena's put in those situations of having to, bring his A game, he always brings it, and it's gonna be a good match.
Yeah,
Either way.
That guy doesn't mail it in. There's not matches where you go, well, he's being lazy.
Yeah. And I mean, as much as I am not a big fan of his.
Yeah, the biggest.
I can't say that he doesn't, he can't. I don't like when people say he can't wrestle, because I think they're wrong. He can wrestle. He just needs to be put in the match with the right person.
Yeah, because he can go. It's if no one else can go to that caliber with him or tell that interesting story, then it's gonna seem flat. But
Yeah.
he has classics all the time, and him and Brock they're crazy. They're just two natural disasters that just collide into each other, and you cannot miss it.
I hope they make it like a no contest or
No
like
DQ.
something. They need to just add another layer to it of.
Yeah, rules and terrible things happen. Like no, we don't need any of that. We don't need rope breaks. We don't need count outs. Any of that.
The only thing I wish going into this match was when Lesnar returned before. I wish he would have beat Cena that time.
Oh, that Extreme Rules?
Yes. Because I feel like it just would have added so much more to this match where he could be like, I already beat you. And you still, you know, I don't think, I don't know if that was the first time Cena ever beat Lesnar either.
Yeah, because that Rumble match they had a long time ago.
Yeah.
That Brock beat him then because he was champ.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, that was the first time I think Cena beat Lesnar, so it would have just added so much more of like, you never beat me.
Yeah, and I just beat Taker.
Yes, exactly. I don't see how Lesnar can't walk away with that belt.
It's exciting because I don't know.
Yeah. It makes it. It was
the best.
It was like SummerSlam last year. Like you're like, I really want Daniel Bryan to win, but I don't know if he's going to. And he did win, but then he lost very
Briefly.
Yes. Oh man, it's still etched in my brain. I remember standing there going, "Get out of the ring! Just leave! Just leave!" No, he had to stand there and celebrating the confetti.
Yeah. If only he'd been a bad guy, he would have got out there right away.
Exactly.
Bailed.
He'd be like, the confetti's really nice, but I'll just grab some and, throw some on me in the back and, celebrate with this belt.
Everybody on YouTube, how excited are you for this match? Comment below.
Exactly. Yes. Tweet at us, too.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Yeah, we want to know.
You're going to the Hulk Hogan panel.
Yes, I found that out today. I had no idea that I was sitting there. Because Dale had said, like, hey, you going? I go, I don't know. That thing's 3.5 hours.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's going to be a long tank top tear. Just real slow and methodical.
Yeah. So you and Gabby are going to that one.
Yes, and then you're going to
the
Stone Cold?
No, the DX one.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
From SmackDown are going to, that should be fun. I hope we get to meet them. That'd be so awesome.
Yeah.
We'll see when we get there.
Hogan's going to say he's at Club Nokia.
Yeah.
And everybody, no, it's Staples Center.
No, they are at Club Nokia.
Oh, then I'm Hulk Hogan. Hello, everybody.
He'll say Staples Center, and they'll be like, "No, Club Nokia." I wonder if they're gonna, put them on the network at all. If they're gonna videotape this stuff.
I feel they should.
It might as well,
or at least a clip version later on.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, at least what's happening on stage. Like, we don't need the, fan questions, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I just feel like
who cares what the fans have to say? Comment below. We won't read it.
Exactly. No, but I just feel that you don't know. I mean, maybe they edit the questions a little bit to cater it. Yes.
Yeah, that it's this thing is 3.5 hours. That you're taking best of moments. You're showcasing each one, and you got the video game roster reveal that's going to happen too, which is really exciting.
Yeah, that's on Saturday.
I think so.
And Corey and Marquis are going to that one.
Okay.
So, and then I think Mark and Hobo are going to the Stone Cold one on Sunday.
Very exciting.
So if anybody's out there going, let us know. We'll say hi to you guys.
Yeah.
It'd be fun.
Cheer us, boo us, whatever. Either way, it's a reaction. It's always good.
I really thought you were going to say, cheer us, boo Christian. That's what you're going to say.
You know what? Tom's right. Tom said it. Tom said, cheer us, boo Christian
I just know you
Rosenberg.
well. I figured that's what you were going to say.
Hey, I'm just quoting you, Tom. I'm just quoting you that you want everybody to boo Christian Rosenberg. You can also boo him on Twitter.
Hey, Christian helped get this all set up.
I'm so shocked at you saying that. Everybody can rewind what was said. It was all right there. Shocking.
All right, well, you know what's shocking? Let's get to this last match. We have, Del Rio versus Swagger was set up earlier in the night. This match they were pretty brutal in this match, back and forth with each other. Del Rio gets thrown to the outside. Swagger comes, follows the outside, throws him into the barrier. Del Rio hits his kick to the head. He kicked him in the head like 6 times in this match?
Yeah, that was a lot.
Yeah. Then Swagger ended up going shoulder first into the post. Then Del Rio was just basically attacking his shoulder for the rest of the match. Thing that was kind of weird was Swagger was doing like swaggering up, and then the crowd was booing him, and I was like,
because they're on the border.
I know, I guess, but
yeah, it was bad placement.
Yes,
for everything going on, that they do Mexico versus America when we're trying to build Swagger up to be the real American hero, and yeah, you got Alberto's countrymen booing him.
Yeah, which I mean it worked. I mean, I felt like they were was trying to listen, but it sounded like they were chanting like Del Rio, like so. It was like, all right, this is not really working too well.
Or it was Tostinos. It could have been those delicious pizza rolls. I'm not sure.
It may have been. But yeah, I just thought it was, I was kind of laughed and I was like, oh, man, I was like, you know, on Raw, they get this, you know, huge We the People. And I mean, even the promo earlier, they weren't getting the reaction I think they wanted them to get, which just kind of sucked. I just felt like it kind of like, you know, deflated some of the air out of their, you know, the rise of, you know, taking out Rusev and Lana and all that kind of stuff. But I think if they would have picked, you know, but I don't know who they would have went against that could have worked in this situation. Like I don't know who, like unless it was Rusev.
Another evil foreign threat.
Yeah, I mean who
Could have just been someone annoying.
it could have been, yeah.
Could have just been Damien Sandow being annoying. You know, doing something.
Yeah. That could have worked. See, that would have worked better because then people definitely would have been behind Swagger. But I get why they put Del Rio there. So yeah, Del Rio then just been an awesome looking tornado DDT out of the corner for 2. He hit the super kick on Swagger. I thought that was it. I was like, oh, Swagger's done. It's the Ziggler killer kick.
Well, his head is thicker than
Yeah,
Ziggler.
Yeah. But then he ended up he kicked out. Then he did the cross arm breaker on Swagger. Swagger hit an awesome reverse of that into the Patriot Lock, I thought. Impressive. And then Swagger gets pushed back into the corner. Del Rio goes for the kick in the corner. Swagger ends up putting his arm up, blocking the kick, grabs his leg, puts him in the Patriot Lock, and then pulls him away. You think he's going to get to the ropes. He can't make it. Pulls him away. Del Rio's got a tap. Zeb was very happy at the end of this match. I really wanted to freeze frame him being like, yeah.
He's got great freeze frame faces.
He does. Because even earlier in the match, he looked really worried that Swagger, when Swagger was really getting the crap kicked out of him. But so Swagger wins, you know, keeps the momentum going into his flag match at SummerSlam, which a flag match is where the flags are on opposite corners, right?
Yeah.
And they got to just grab it down. But is it on a pole?
It's a little higher up.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
alright.
not just there, so you can reach out. You got to basically climb the turnbuckle and then be at full extension to grab and then pull it down.
Okay, all right. That's what I thought. Okay. I haven't seen a flag. I mean, when's the last time we saw a flag match?
I don't know, La Resistance?
Maybe. Probably. You're
Something
probably
like
right. But I mean, I'm glad Swagger got the win. It made sense. I like the momentum he has going into SummerSlam.
Makes sense because you're an American, Tom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't think it makes sense?
I think it makes great sense. There's a reason why Main Event's logo is red, white, and blue, everybody.
Exactly.
To be honest.
It's the American show. What's that, Raw? What's Raw? Just red?
Just red.
Red and black?
Yeah. Red and white, I guess.
Yeah.
That's Japanese. And then SmackDown's blue and white.
Yeah.
That's Montreal. That's Canadian.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Main Event.
American show. But what did you think of this match?
I thought it was good. I thought it was better than last week's Main Event. Yeah, Swagger and Del Rio bring something out of each other. Del Rio's hit and miss with me. I thought it was a little better this time. There was a lot of kicks to the head. There was a lot of them. Because when he finally gets the reversal on him of that jumping Itziguri, then he grabs his leg and then puts it into the ankle lock. It's you're already brain dead, man. You're already gone.
Yeah. You
should have learned by the second one. I thought it was good though. I gave it 8 spit-covered flags.
Gotcha. Yeah, I gave it a 3.5. I wasn't too excited when I saw that. I was like, this could go. Like I said, it could go either way. And as I was watching it first, I was kind of like, this is kind of a regular match. And then I think, you know, it really ramped up towards the end when he started hitting the kicks and it started, you know, when he hit that tornado DDT out of the corner, I was like, okay. I was like, this is getting better. It's getting better. And it just kind of built from there for me. And I did like the ending of him blocking, you know, the kick to put on the Patriot Lock for Swagger to get the win. I don't know. I mean, I'm excited for the match against Rusev. I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with this whole thing. Do you think Swagger's gonna get the edge more? Do you think this is gonna continue again for another pay-per-view?
I don't think so. I think this is a good way of Rusev losing, being humiliated, but he's not getting pinned or tapped out.
Yeah.
and it's just a fun. It's SummerSlam. It's a big spectacle where the American gets to win. He waves the flag around, and Rusev gets all mad and walks to the back. And then on Raw, Zack Ryder, look out, getting stomped on.
Yeah, or somebody else. I don't know.
No, chances are it's gonna be Heath Slater's in a great spot right now.
He is. He's really in a good spot. So, but yeah, I agree with you. I mean, we'll do our predictions next week, but Swagger's gonna win
Sneak
this
peek.
match. Yeah, I think, and it'll just help him at least getting over more with the crowd. And I think the crowd, here will be receptive to him than that crowd in Laredo,
What is
Texas.
an LA crowd? A lot of Latinos.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
But I mean, he's going against Rusev. They're not gonna be.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Latino community big in Russian culture. They love those dolls.
But yeah, so with him going against Rusev, I think he's gonna, have the crowd behind him.
That's true.
I don't know. I mean, I'm getting pumped for SummerSlam. I think it's gonna be an awesome pay-per-view. Hopefully, they add a tag match somewhere along the way. Sheamus is MIA. I don't know where he is.
That's fine.
He's apparently rumored to be Darth Vader in the new Star Wars movie. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I don't buy that for a second.
I don't. That just is such a weird. Isn't it so weird? A weird thing to see online.
I'm sure he's got the same body type. So amongst the many types of things they do for Star Wars all over the world, in Ireland they pulled a guy who's gigantic, who's the size of David Prowse, who was the body of him in Star Wars. Like, can you mat your hair down so it doesn't pop up through the top of the helmet? Great,
That'd
you're
be awesome
hired.
if we could see.
It pops through.
Like, no, it's really him. Look, you can see the hair.
And then as he hits his chest, that he's breaking his little breathing panel.
He never loses, so. But yeah, I thought it was a very weird rumor.
It's very strange.
Yeah, and I did see it online that there's a picture leaked of the new belt. Did you see that at all?
I saw that. Yes.
Yeah.
Damn, Triple H already won it.
Yep,
Can you believe that? Unbelievable.
Doesn't surprise me.
It looks interesting.
It does. I mean, it doesn't look much different from the one they have now.
Right, the
WWE.
WWE.
Yeah.
There was an alternate version of the WWE Championship one, the current one, and the one thing that was added to it, which I really like, that's not added to this, is a globe in the background of the logo, which just adds that much more class to it. It really makes it look like a belt that's more prestigious. And so it's a shame that that's not on there because it doesn't make it look too busy or anything like that.
Yeah.
Just adds some nice panache to it.
Yeah. So look for that coming soon because
Probably the Monday after SummerSlam would be my guess.
yeah, right. I feel like or Night of Champions, but
Are they still doing that?
that's the next pay-per-view after SummerSlam.
Okay, they always
But-
move that one around.
Yeah. And then another big thing that I saw online that SmackDowns are going to be moving possibly to Thursdays.
Yeah, trucks don't lie.
No, trucks don't lie, especially from the taping on Tuesday with some guy just being like, yeah,
Look, I'm breaking a story.
which could be really interesting, I think, to make. I mean, they'll get more viewers, I think, on Thursday nights.
It's sad because it's threatening to other competition out there, which
It is,
I'm not a
yes.
fan of. I like everybody existing and trying to compete with one another.
Yeah.
But
Do you think they're doing that purposely?
could be. I don't see the bonus for them. Just make it live. Just do SmackDown right away. Let's bump all the wrestling out in the beginning of the week and just talk about it for the rest of the week.
That would be nice.
Throw NXT at the end of the week or something like that.
Well, that's already on Thursday. Well, that's on Thursdays on the network, so that would be interesting too. Of like, where do you put that on? Wednesdays now? Like, I mean,
I don't know.
and then but then what do you? I don't know. It's a crazy schedule that I don't know. I don't get paid to figure that out. So
Yeah, we're not gonna bother.
yeah, exactly. Just tell me when it's on, and I'll watch it. Okay, that's all I need to know. Just tell me when it's on. But yeah.
And then Paul Heyman.
Oh yeah, I have to go buy that tomorrow. I almost had time to buy it today, but couldn't.
I My brother sent it to me. I was very
Oh, really?
excited. I
Have you watched it yet or no?
I haven't watched it yet. No,
okay.
I tweeted out a terrible photo of me holding it up, and Heyman retweeted it.
Really?
So yeah,
Nice.
people go out there, grab it. Heyman might retweet you because I mean, why wouldn't he? He's
Yeah.
excited that his Blu-ray's out there.
Yeah. I'm excited to see that. I saw a couple clips.
Yeah,
It looks awesome.
it's 8 hours total, with all bonus features and everything.
Wow.
That's the Blu-ray. That's what I got.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the Blu-ray. But I'm excited. I'm pumped to get it. I'm getting it tomorrow.
I'm sure it's just stellar. I'm sure it's one of the best that they put out there.
Yeah, and I saw JR tweeted that him and Punk, JR's on there and Punk's on there too.
Cool.
So he was like, "Oh, I'm glad that we both made it into this because JR's not there anymore, and obviously
Right.
Punk's not there." So, and Punk was like, at Comic-Con last week, all over the place.
True.
Dale got an interview with him. If you listen to the Wrestling Compadres, so
Yes,
good
I
interview.
have. I guessed it on that episode. It was, and that it's a great. It's not even an interview. I'd say that the interview that it's a conversation between Dale and CM Punk. It's so enjoyable.
Yeah,
It's really great.
it's really fun. So check that out. Good job, Dale. That was cool.
Very
good job,
good,
you
Dale.
for being on there too. You were funny.
I didn't do nothing.
No, I listened to the beginning of it. You were
Oh,
funny
okay.
on there. But so I think that kind of wraps us up.
Yeah.
This main event was pretty quick this week.
Yeah.
Oh, here he is. Oh, he's in studio. I think this is the
See,
Hornswoggle.
this is why you got to be watching us on YouTube.
Exactly.
YouTube.com/AfterBuzz
Watch us.
TV.
Here you go.
I like this.
Ready for it.
It's all right here. Oh. Oh, wow.
In the world is that?
Oh my God, this is beautiful.
Hottest answer he's had yet.
Oh no!
What a team player. I love that.
Well, Fandango's been saying for weeks he was looking
This
for
is-
the
I don't know. He
dancer.
could have those two or him. I don't know. I guess he's picking him
He
now.
actually said that everyone he's getting
He's dancing
tired
with
of
the
everybody
leprechaun.
getting
He
a
is.
laugh at his expense.
Leprechaun
This'll
Origins.
help.
Oh, what
It's
a
gonna be in
Fandango said he
theaters, too.
created a brand, he created
Yeah.
Layla, he created
That's
Summer Rae,
exciting.
he's gonna
It's not a
create
direct-to-DVD
new dance
thing.
star.
Good for him.
Oh my gosh.
Stellar.
Hornswoggle.
I gotta say, this is quite catchy. I mean,
But yeah, I think that kind of wraps us up. We'll leave it on this
Look
note
at
of
this.
Yes. If
Hornswoggle
you're watching
doing
this
a
at night,
split.
let this haunt your dreams.
Yes.
And if you're watching this in the morning, let this start your day.
Yes. But yeah, so Scott, where can the people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at Curtain Jerks, and you can listen to my comedy wrestling podcast, Curtain Jerks, available on SoundCloud and iTunes. And this week, we've got a special guest interview from our international correspondent. We have an interview with Bully Ray, formerly Bubba Ray Dudley. And so you'll want to check that out.
Awesome. And you guys can find me on Twitter at TomTheCom. And you can see us here next week doing Main Event, getting pumped for SummerSlam. Less than 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
The SummerSlam pump is on.
Exactly. See you guys next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
Brown People Edition. The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.